High Admiral Zorvan of the Tarishian Collective studied the blue-green world displayed on the main view screen of his command ship. The unyielding dominance. Earth. Such an unimpressive little planet, yet so troublesome. The humans had already rejected 3 demands for surrender, each one more strongly worded than the last. "Primitive fools," he muttered, running a tendril along the neural interface embedded in his exoskeleton. "They cannot comprehend the honor we offer them by allowing their species to continue existence under our guidance." The Taresian Collective had conquered 17 star systems in the past century alone. Their biomechanical technology, the seamless fusion of organic and synthetic components, was unmatched in this sector of the galaxy. Their ships were grown rather than built, vast living vessels with hulls of crystalline bone and weapons powered by harnessed stellar radiation. "The human leadership has responded to our final ultimatum, High Admiral," announced Subcommander Vexner, her voice resonating through the ship's organic communication nodules. "Display," Zorvan ordered, settling his massive frame more comfortably in the command cradle. The image of Earth vanished, replaced by the stern countenance of a human female with bronze skin and silver-streaked dark hair. According to the data scrolling alongside her image, this was Admiral Lila Sharma, Supreme Commander of Earth's Unified Defense Force. "High Admiral Zorvan," she began, her expression betraying no fear. "I have received your demands for Earth's unconditional surrender. Our answer remains unchanged. Earth is not yours to claim." Zorvan's primary hearts pulsed with irritation. "Your defiance is irrational, Admiral Sharma. Our fleet consists of 300 warships, each capable of reducing your cities to ash. Your orbital defenses are negligible. Your technology is primitive. Why sacrifice billions when you could preserve your species through submission?" Admiral Sharma's expression didn't change. "Because, High Admiral, humanity does not submit. Not to threats, not to intimidation, and certainly not to would-be conquerors who understand so little about us." "Understanding?" Zorvan's vocal sacs inflated with derision. "We understand everything about your kind. We have studied your transmissions for decades. We know your strengths, your weaknesses, your disunity, your endless conflicts. What could we possibly have missed?" For the first time, Sharma's lips curved into what humans called a smile, though there was no warmth in it. "You missed the Sentinel program." Before Zorvan could respond, the Admiral continued. "We're transmitting coordinates now. If you truly wish to understand humanity's response to your ultimatum, send a ship to those coordinates. Just one, your flagship, should suffice. Come alone, and you will receive your answer." The transmission ended, leaving Zorvan momentarily speechless. "An obvious trap," declared Vexner. "They hope to separate you from the fleet." Zorvan's secondary brain processed the tactical implications. "Scan the coordinates." After a moment, the sensor officer reported, "Nothing detected, High Admiral. The location is in what humans call the Kuiper Belt, the outer region of their solar system. No ships, no stations, no energy signatures." Zorvan contemplated the situation. The humans' defiance made no sense unless they possessed some hidden advantage. Perhaps this Sentinel program was worth investigating under properly controlled conditions, of course. "Prepare the fleet for atmospheric entry," he ordered. "We will show these humans the consequence of their defiance. But first," he paused, curiosity overriding caution, "set course for these coordinates. Let us see what the humans are so eager to show us." The unyielding dominance, 12 kilometers of biomechanical perfection, broke formation from the invasion fleet and accelerated toward the outer solar system, leaving its sister ships to prepare for Earth's subjugation. 6 hours later, the massive vessel decelerated as it approached the transmitted coordinates. Sensors still detected nothing unusual, just the empty void and distant, frozen planetesimals of the Kuiper Belt. "This is pointless," Vexner declared. There is nothing here." As if in response to her words, something began to materialize directly ahead of the Teresian flagship. Not through any detectable form of propulsion or dimensional shift, but as if reality itself was being rewritten. A ship appeared. It was small, by Teresian standards, perhaps 2 kilometers in length, with clean lines and a gunmetal gray hull that seemed to absorb light. No visible weapons. No engine emissions. Just a simple designation painted in white, TDS Vigilant. "Scan it," Zorvan ordered, leaning forward in his command cradle. Unable to penetrate hull, High Admiral, the sensor officer replied, confusion evident in his harmonic tones. "The vessel appears to be composed of. I don't understand. The readings make no sense." Before Zorvan could demand clarification, a communication request pinged through the ship's neural network. "Accept," he commanded. A human male appeared on screen, older, with dark skin and close-cropped silver hair. He wore a simple black uniform with minimal insignia. "High Admiral Zorvan," he said, his deep voice carrying surprising authority. "I am Captain Marcus Chen of the Terran defense ship Vigilant. On behalf of Earth's Unified Defense Force, I welcome you to the edge of human space." Zorvan's vocal sacs inflated with indignation. "You summoned the flagship of the Teresian Collective to deliver welcome greetings. Your species' arrogance exceeds even our intelligence reports." Captain Chen's expression remained neutral. "Not greetings, High Admiral. A demonstration. You've threatened Earth with destruction if we don't submit to your rule. We've brought you here to show you why that would be inadvisable." "One ship?" Zorvan couldn't contain his amusement. "This is your demonstration? This vessel wouldn't survive 10 seconds against my flagship." "We don't intend to fight your flagship, Admiral," Chen replied calmly. "We're going to erase it." Before Zorvan could respond, the human continued. "For centuries, humanity fought itself. Nation against nation. Ideology against ideology. We nearly destroyed ourselves a dozen times over. But from that crucible came understanding that our greatest strength lies not in conquest, but in protection." As Chen spoke, the Vigilant began to transform. Sections of its hull reconfigured, revealing a complex array of interlocking geometric structures that hadn't been visible before. "The Sentinel program was initiated 300 years ago," Chen explained. "Its purpose, to ensure that humanity would never face extinction, from within or without. The Vigilant is the first of her class, a prototype that has guarded the outer boundaries of our system for 2 centuries, unseen and unknown." Zorvan's military mind finally recognized the threat, belated alarm spreading through his neural network. "All weapons, target that vessel. Full spectrum attack pattern." But before the Teresian flagship could fire, the reconfiguration of the human ship completed. The geometric arrays, aligned into what appeared to be a 3-dimensional fractal pattern of impossible complexity. At its center, a point of absolute darkness, formed not merely the absence of light, but something deeper. A void that shouldn't exist in normal spacetime. "We call it the abyssal lens," Captain Chen said, his voice tinged with what might have been regret. "A quantum singularity that doesn't consume matter, it revokes it." From the void at the center of the Vigilant's geometric array, a beam of nothingness lanced out. Where it touched the Teresian flagship, matter simply ceased to exist. Not destroyed or damaged, unmade at the fundamental level. 1/3 of the unyielding dominance, including its primary weapons array, vanished as if it had never been. Alarms blared throughout what remained of the mighty vessel as its organic systems screamed in agony, the biomechanical ship experiencing something akin to pain as a portion of its body was erased from reality. That was approximately 11% of the Vigilant's capability, Captain Chen stated calmly, as the beam retracted. A precisely calculated demonstration. Your flagship can still return to your fleet with this message: Earth is not, and will never be, yours to claim.